Oh, there you go. Question of whether it's a muktzah issue. No, that was the previous stuff. The Kufiyat 10. We try Rav Chizka, right? That was we had a Machlokes whether it's three meals on Shabbos or 4 meals. Then we Kufiyat 10 somehow tried to disprove Rav Chizka. Then washing dishes and cups on Shabbos, dishes is not allowed. Cups are allowed because it's not a akana because you may drink at any time. Eating 3 sudas on Shabbos, and then all the mitzvahs of Einik Shabbos. At Beis we have it continued about Einik Shabbos and keeping the Shabbos properly. Rabbi Yosef says he would want to be with. Okay, I think that's what we're up to. No, we did that. No, Rabbi Yosef said all the different people that he want to be with, and then Rabbi Yosef's 5 kids. Right? All right. So we're on Kufiyat Ches Amud Beis. Right, I'm going to knock on Tasili. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? 6 lines up from the bottom? Can everybody hear me?
Yep, yes. Got it.
Okay, just making sure.
Sure, 6 lines up?
6 lines up on the bottom. I'm going to knock on Tasili.
Okay.
Yes, that's a lot of a lot of interesting stuff here also. Some of them basically, right? It should come to me, but Rashi says basically means that I should get schar. Right? The kayem is kimmel sudas Shabbos. I should get schar that I eat 3 sudas Shabbos. Some of you basically the kayem is ian tefillah that I am Isaac and learning tefillah, learning and understanding tefillah. It says the kavanah saleh, right? That he works hard on tefillah. Amra Huna Breder Yeshua. Basically, the lekin dalet amas gilei rosh. I should get a reward that I don't walk 4 amas without a yarmulke. Right? Amar Rav Sheishes. Basically, the kayamas mitzvah tefillin. I should get a prize, not a prize, but schar that I'm mekayim mitzvah tefillin. Amar Rav Nachman. Basically, the kayamas mitzvah tzitzis. Now, it's an interesting thing here. What? They're all asking for schar for doing their regular basic mitzvahs, right? Saying that these are basic things that they're doing. I mean, obviously they're going to get schar, but you would think they're saying, I should get schar because I did such and such, right? When you put on tefillin and you wear tzitzis, it's not such a thing. Okay, whatever. That's just the order of what that is. Yeah. Rabbi Yosef prayed the rabba. Right? Your father, what was he careful with?
Well, I guess what they're saying is maybe that they've done these mitzvahs perfectly. Meaning, can I say that I never walked Dalet Amos without tzitzis? I can't say that. But he could say that he never in his life walked Dalet Amos without tzitzis. So he's saying, I deserve extra schar for doing this perfectly.
Right, because I think there's a thesis about this, not here, but I didn't have a chance to look it up. That seems to say, I think from what I remember, that's saying something along those lines. Meaning, people, yes, everybody should keep it this way, but the Lamaisa people don't. So they should get schar because they keep it. Something along those lines. That's what you're saying? Yeah, hello?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's okay, good. Okay, so you must have I'm trying to look it over Shabbos. Yes, okay. So Amalei, it's tzitzis. He was more makbid on tzitzis. Yom Echad, and then he tells us a story. One day he was Darga. He was going up a ladder. And then one of his tzitzis broke. And he didn't go down. Right? And he didn't go down and back. Didn't come. They didn't go down and come. Till he put on another of the string. Even though l'chayra the tzitzis were kosher, one string is not going to make your tzitzis possible. When I see a Talmud Chacham, a young Talmud Chacham finishing the sefta, right? He's going to make a yom tif to Rabbanon, right? So it's interesting. It's not. He didn't say what I finish a Masechta. Because when I see somebody else finish a Masechta, then I'm going to make a siyum, make a Yom Tif, right? So here you see clearly that there's an Indian to be part of a siyum, even if you're not the one that made the siyum. Right? The Rashi, I don't get the Rashi on the bottom line. It's the shlinga sechta shegarsa, right? That he learned. Right? Well, of course. Well, what else? What else would it be? What else would it be? No. Okay. Anyway,
really, that's the kasha.
What?
That's your kasha. What else would it be?
I'm saying, what else? What else would they be doing? Finishing Masechta, printing it?
Reading Masechta, like most of us do, myself including.
So you think he fired him?
No, but he can see if someone's learning or someone's reading it.
Okay, so maybe, well, listen, then I'll stand. If that's what you're saying, so then what's Garsa? Garsa
means learn. Taka learn. Every
learn,
word.
Learn, or I would think Garsa means, he went over it.
No, like a girsa is the way it's supposed to be. You have different girsas. The girsais and the gemara. Garsa means every single letter was the right letter.
Right. Okay, so you're saying that he... Okay, it's a chiddush, but okay. Fine. Okay. So Amarava, basically top line, the chiyok tzur navarim lekamoi, when a young Talmud comes to front of Ledina for a din lemezigna. I do not lemezigna ratio based stadio Talmud lemeasna mislusi. I don't put my head on my pillow until I look for every type of schus in order to find him what do you call it? To find him I guess not. What's the opposite of word of guilty? That he should be the one that gets it, right?
Innocent.
What?
Innocent.
Well, I don't know if it's a din.
It's
so
more than innocent.
He wants it to be. Let's say, I think it means more like a din for financial things. For financial things, no.
He touches a merit.
Meaning that he wants to. He's obviously biased towards the Talmud Chacham, right? Right, which is really going to be the next Gemara. Okay, whatever it is, it's either in a din or if he did something wrong, he's going to try and find the spus. I'm puzzled from dealing with young Talmud that come for din. My time is a chalva like a gufay. It loves to me like my own body. The person cannot see anything negative about himself, right? So therefore, he has to he has to recuse himself from dealing with the din like that. So Chanina the Shabbat. So Chanina wrapped himself and he stood up on Friday afternoon, right? On Friday evening, and I'm Rabbi Beneti Lukas Shabbat the Malka. Let's go call out Shabbos and Malka. Rav Yanai Lovish Mane Ma'ali Shabbos. Rav Yosef, Rav Yanai, wore his Shabbos clothing on Erev Shabbos, and he said bochurim, bochurim. Right? This is obviously the mokir for us saying Kabbalah Shabbos. Right? Now, it doesn't say in here to say l'chadaydi though. Not l'chadaydi. L'chunar anana. That's really just Tehillim. That's being said. Right? Fine. He brought to him 3 cups of. What do you say?
You just have to see when they finalize the nusach for Friday night. Because the Chadaydi didn't say till Tzvas in 1500s.
Right, it was much later. But it seems like bochurim, bochurim they did say. Questions, did they say with bochurim b'shalom or not? Right? So I don't know. Did they say with bochurim b'shalom? Don't know. We need Shmuley for this. Shmuley, you on today? Yes, Shmuley's not there.
Yeah, Shmuley, I'm here. But I wasn't listening.
What's the history?
I didn't hear. I'm by my sister and my nephew just came over.
Okay, you got homework. Find out the history of Kabbalah Shabbos, please.
Okay. Oh, I actually heard it.
All right.
Yes, hold on.
I'm sure you did.
I'll tell you after my kids crying. Okay.
All right. Anyways,
yes,
so anyways, they brought him 3 sum of these wafers. Amalei, me have a yedism days. Did you know that I was coming? Meaning you put out these kosher foods. And he thought it was for himself. Amalei, Me Adiva told me, no, are you better than Shabbos? We did it for Shabbos, not for you. Right? Can you mute yourself now, Shmuley? All right. Rav Avos Oven, the place of Astiri Pshiti Pisra, he placed the Tafti. Right? So Rav Avos, he bought 13 different meats, right? For 13, Astira is the type of coin. So he bought 13 meats in every Shabbos for 13 types of coins. Astira the Dasha, and he left it by the Tinura the Dasha is like the how do you call it? With the door swings on. Right? Meaning he just came, ran home, took 13 meats, ran home, put it by the doorway. Barmalu, Ashur, Ashur, and he told his workers, hurry up, take them, and then, because I'm going back out to get more meat. Right? That's what Rashi says. He's going to eat. That's how serious he took Shabbos. Right? That's a lot of meat. Right? We always ask this question, like, why?
Yaakov,
he's
the riot that you're supposed to have a carving station.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But he didn't say it by a kiddush. He said it by a suda, I think. Maybe not. No, yeah, Hanami. This is a mokir for that. Although 13, right? We said this before. When they're going to use the word 13, it means it's an exaggeration. Anyways, Rabba have a Yosef atachta tashino Moshe Pnura. Rabba would sit on a ivory chair, and he would Moshe Pnura, and he would blow the fire. Right? Meaning, the Gemara is going to do all different examples of amoraim who really had no business getting involved in the household, things, and they did it anyways because of the covered shop. Ravanan lovish gunda, right? He would put on a gunda. He would put on what do you call it? An apron. So he shouldn't get dirty. The son is going to be small. But God knows shepishobem kedei l'rabbi al yimzik ben kois l'rabbi. Right? We had this twice before. Because the clothing that you cook for your Rebbe, you should not pour koser. The safra, meaning you should put on nicer clothing. So therefore, don't get your clothing ruined while you're making Shabbos. So that to put on a robe or something. The safra matzah feresha. The safra would he'd burn the head of the fish, right, or fish or animal. Rabba malach shibuta. Rabba would salt the fish for Shabbos. Rav Huna mad with shagi. Rav Huna would light the light, right? Meaning, this is an interesting thing here. He went around and he made sure to light some of the lights were covered Shabbos, right? So it seems like, and I think this is the proper thing to do, but certainly don't stress out the household, is all the lights in the house should be shut off and turned on the covered Shabbos, right? Because that's one of the mitzvahs, to have light in your house on Shabbos. It's been on a whole day. You didn't light it the covered Shabbos. I'm not saying it's a chiyuv, but it's a zach to do. I can't say I do that, but that's
my father's a friend Levracha was very makpid on it.
Oh yeah, Taka?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. But now your whole thing now, and then maybe your electric gets paid for too from yesterday's stuff, right?
Yeah, but what if you go around checking and say, okay, Lekavod Shabbos, it's on.
Okay, I hear that. But you didn't do a Maisa Hadlaka for Shabbos. I mean, there's also a way for a man to be Mekayim Hadlaka Shabbos. Right? It's also better, halachically, Agav, that has nothing to do with the Daf, that the woman should really light the candles in a room that's dark, and then the husband should come turn on the lights. But that is an extremely risky proposition for Shalom Bayis, because the husband many times can get to turn on the lights, and that's going to have the opposite effect than it's supposed to have. But that's really the best way the person can say to do it. Yeah, okay. Rav Papa Gadol Stilta. Rav Papa would, spin the wick. Rav Chisda part of Silka. Rav Chisda would cut up the Silka. I once had a taka that a guy, was complaining to me about that his wife is light candles too late. And I said, well, do you set up the candles for her? Do you help her out? Maybe you should start doing that, right? Anyways, that also says the men should be the ones to at least set up the candles, right? Fine. Rav Yosef, Mitzlachi TV, they would cut the wood, the Shabbos. Right? He would light the fire. Right? Rav Nachman Bar Yitzchak, Makasas Ba'al, Makasas Anafik. He would go carry things in and out of the house in order to do things for Shabbos. Now I know what you're thinking on Calvin. You're thinking, well, you see, they must not have done this the whole week, right? Yeah.
Yeah, see,
No
you
comments
can't
from
see.
Aaron.
You can't see, but I'm shaking my head.
Okay, good. All right. Omar, he said, evil Makalan leader of Ami Ravasi, let's say Ravami and Ravasi were coming to visit. Would I not do whatever I can because I'd be so excited that they're coming? So of course Shabbos, Ravami Ravasi, because others say that Ravami and Ravasi themselves would also bring things back and forth. Amri, Iklulan, Rabbi Yochanan, Milas Metasvina Kamei. Right? Would be not, if Rabbi Yochanan was coming, wouldn't we be lifting up things and be involved? So therefore we should do the same thing. Now this next question, this next Gemara is probably from the most famous stories in Shas. Yosef Mokir Shavi, right? There was Yosef who used to always he would always give chashivas to Shabbos Haba, right? He was known that he just Rashi says mechavet Shabbos. He was somebody who was known that he was always mechavet Shabbos. So Hava who nachi b'shavu say there was a guy in his town, and he had a lot of nechas and tuva. He had a lot of money. Amrulei Kaldai and his star people, his stargazers told him, Kula Nifti, Yosef Mokir Shavi Achlu. Yosef, the Mokir Shabbos is going to get everything that belongs to you. Now this shows you, from this night it shows you that making money doesn't have anything to do with brain. Because then this guy went and did probably the dumbest thing you could possibly do. Also, he went and he sold out everything. Zavan Bahu Markanisa, and then he bought, with all his money, he bought a pearl. And he put it into his hat. Right? Maybe this is the mokir for putting pearls into black hats, right? So Bahadi the cover of Mavro, when he was passing over a river, a wind came, Shadi Bamayan, and his hat fell into the water. And a fish came and swallowed it. A school, right? Then they caught it. I still Apani the Mali Shabbat, and they brought it on, like we said, Apani Shabbat is like late Friday afternoon. Amri Manzov and who they said, who's going to buy it now? It's so late. Amrlu Zilu Amtilu Gabi Yosef Mokir Shavi. Go bring the fish to Yosef Mokir Shavi. He's going to buy it from you. The Rago the Zovin, because he buys anything for Shabbos. Right? Anything that he has the ability to buy, he buys. Jiamtiu, right? Naheli Zavne, they bought it to him and he bought it. They brought it to him and he bought it. Kare, Ashrach Pei Marganit, and when he cut it open, he found the diamond. So Zavne, the placer, he lost us the Dino Dadav. Gemara is question of 13. He went and he sold it for 13. At least as an addict, the Dino Dava of gold coins. Meaning he sold this for a lot of money. So it ended up being that this guy's stargazers actually knew what they were talking about.
Rashi here mentions the 13 is the guzma, the exaggeration.
Did I say it here? I don't remember.
He quotes it from Rashi right here. He says it, and it refers to the meat above also. That was 13. He says, and he brings it in English.
All right, so Takarashi brings it in. You think I would remember if I saw it in the last day or two?
This story is not just from those little blue English books. The Shmei bought me the whole set 20 years ago.
Right, yeah.
Right, that blue English story, Tales of the Tzaddikim.
Right, 100%. Yeah, this is one of them. But,
now it's actually a Gemara.
Yeah, can you believe it? Anyway, so
Did you just say now it's actually a Gemara?
Yeah, I said it was remade into a Gemara. It was so successful as a storybook, they remade it into a Gemara.
Right.
Tales of Tzaddikim was before the Gemara.
Can you believe it?
No, now I can't throw it out.
Very good, yeah. Anyway, so Pogabay Ahustaba.
You can't throw them out because I had to look for everywhere to get the whole set. Goodbye.
There you go. So anyway, so Saba came to him, and Amar Manda Yosef Shamsa Pare Shamsa. Anybody who borrows the Shabbos will pay him back. Now this is a shtickle steer to what we said before, right? He said that you should not borrow the Shabbos.
But didn't you say you should use the credit card or something?
Correct. Well, this is right. So that's the same. Meaning, this is talking about, meaning you should borrow if you have some form of ability that you know that you're gonna pay it back. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I think you have to say is the pshat. Now, why exactly he was telling this to Yosef like the Shabbos, I have no idea. Maybe he borrowed money? I don't know. All right, so Rebbe made Rabbi Shmuel, but Rabbi Yosef. So, but mine, the rich people in it, so what it is, right? And it's a double lashon asa to asa. You should give ma'aser asa b'shvil shetasha.
Cracking up, Tiakov, unless it's me.
I don't know. I
It's
hear
not you.
No, it's the reception.
Can you guys hear me? Hold on a second. I think the problem is it's pouring here, so now I couldn't go outside. Let me go outside. Do you hear me now?
Pouring here too. You're not missing much.
There's no electricity in the 5 towns. Is that true?
Nope, I got my.
I have electricity.
I have.
Know,
Maybe the 5 towns,
somebody,
but the
I have
Kedusha
also-
Far Rockaway provides us with electricity.
somebody
I don't
just
know,
asked me that he wants
I
to
don't
put
know.
up his crock pot. Somebody wants to put up his crock pot. He's afraid he's not going to get electricity on until Shabbos starts. Anyways, okay. Yeah, you can hear me now?
Yep.
Can everybody
Yes.
hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Asa b'shviltas is just this Asa. Give meiser in order that you become rich. B'chol asher b'Bavel b'mayim zoche. What did he zoche in Bavel? Melave b'shvil shemechabdin is haTorah. The rich people in Bavel, that's because the mechabed is Torah. B'shavar it says mayim zoche in other lands. What did he zoche? Melave b'shvil shemechabdin is haShabbos. Because the mechabed Shabbos. Now, what you think in Bavel they didn't give meiser? Right. So obviously the meiser that the Gemara is talking about is not the meiser ksofim that we're referring to. That we say, give meiser money, you'll become rich. That's talking about giving trumas and meisers, on fruits. Yeah. Anyways, so Bavel they became wealthy because of Mechabed the Torah, and every other land they became wealthy because of Mechabed Shabbos. I was by a Balabais and Ludgiya, he left on a shulchan shel zog, and he brought in front of me a gold table. Masri Shisha Asa B'nei Adam. It was so heavy that it needed 16 people to carry the table. V'sheish Esrei Shal Shaloi Shal Kesek who was laying. There were 16 Shal Shalois is a chain, a silver chain, right? Meaning so that they could carry it. And then there were plates and cups and all these type of things. And it v'olav kol minei meichel v'kol minei megadim v'psamim, and it had all types of foods and megadim is like treats, ubesamim and spices. And I wonder if that's a makar why the chassidim smell spices in the middle of the suda. When they sat down to eat, they said everything belongs to Hashem. And when they finished, amoraim Hashemayim Shemayim Hashem Hashem is for Hashem is in the sky, and he gave this world to us. Right, meaning that both of the times they're saying that this is not us, this is coming from Hashem. Yeah. So Amarti lo b'niv amez zechisa lekach. So I asked him, what were you zeicha to this one? Amalei katav hayisi. I was a katav as a butcher. Mikol behema shayis no Amarti zutei l'Shabbos. And any animal, anytime I had an animal, it's 1 second. Can you hear me? Did I lose you?
Good.
No, we hear you.
I think. No, okay. Yeah. He says this one should be for Shabbos. He said to him that Ashrecha that you were zoche and the Baruch HaMakom that you were zoche to do all this, right? And that's how he became rich, because he was Mechabed Shabbos so much, right? Which the Shulchan Aruch also brings us down. That if you're supposed to do that, if you come across a nice food for Shabbos during the week, you're supposed to save it for Shabbos, right? I'm like case of Rav Yeshua ben Hanani. The Caesar said, Rav Yeshua ben Hanani, how come food for Shabbos smells so good? We have a spice and its name is Shabbos. We put it into the food, and it smells great, right? It's Chassidus Shavar. Yeah. So give us the spice. Right? The guy wanted the spice. The only way you can have this spice is if you keep Shabbos. What does it mean that you should honor the Kodesh Hashem, right? Before that it says the words before that it says you call the Shabbos einig, the Kodesh Hashem mechubed, and the Hakadosh it's one of Hashem's honored things. This is Yom Kippur, that there's no eating and there's no drinking. So therefore Yom Kippur you should be mechabed with ksus nekiya, right? Yeah, so this is a makar. I think they say that this is the makar to wear a kittel on Yom Kippur. Yeah? That's a ksus nekiya. Right? Anybody there?
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah,
we're
we're
all
all
here.
here. We're all here.
Okay, I just didn't hear anything. I want to
We
make
don't
sure
have
that
the
I'm not talking
answers.
to the wall.
We don't have
Okay.
the answers.
What?
We don't have the
No,
answers.
good. No, I'm good.
It's not-
I just want to make sure everybody's here. Yeah,
Parrots muted.
Everyone's nodding
if I want-
because
if
you
I-
think you're in
If I
Zoom.
wanted to, yeah, if I
Parrots
wanted to
muted.
talk to the wall, right? Okay, listen. If I
Parrots
wanted to
mute.
talk to the wall, I could talk to my kids.
Parrots muted Gershi.
Okay. Okay. So what's
No, he
Vichibad?
didn't.
Yeah, Vichibad. Rav Amar Lahaktim, Shmuel Amar Lahachim. This is interesting, right? Rav and Shmuel, they disagree all over, and they disagree here too. And you're supposed to be Mechabed Shabbos. So Rav says you should make your meal earlier, right? And Shmuel Amar Lahachim, and you should make it later. Yeah, Amar Lebnei Rapapa Bar Abel Rapapa. Right, today Rapapa says Rapapa Kaganan the Shchiach Lan Bisra v'Chamra Kol Yoyma. Right, for us people that we have meat and wine every day, but my Nishan, how could we change Shabbos? Meaning we have all the delicacies even during the week. I think this is very applicable to our dar. On the lahu, if you normally eat early, so then make it late. If you make it later, then make it earlier. Again, I have a kasha. If everybody has an answer, that would be great. Why didn't he tell him not to be such a fresser during the week? Right? That was not a right, Aaron. He didn't tell him not to go stuff his face.
Very good.
Right? He said, "Don't." Right? He didn't say not to do it during the week. So tell him, during the week, it's not bad. Okay, fine.
1 second. That means you have to do more on Shabbos than you do more in the week. That's hard to do.
Well, he didn't say that. He didn't tell him to eat more Shabbos. He told him eat earlier or later. The later the Olam's doing, I understand that because the Kiddush. But you know what I mean? I don't know what to say. Okay. Anyways, Rosh Hashanah's Bekaita, Rosh Hashanah's in the summer, Ma'asul Rabbanon Hayes the Machi Shimsha. He put the Rabbanon. Rosh Hashanah was blind, right? So he couldn't know when it was time to stop the shir on Shabbos, right? So that he would know when to stop the shir. So how did he do this? So in the summer, he put him in the corner where the sun is going to come. Right, the sun gives different angles during the winter and the summer. So he put the Talmidim where the sun would hit, and then he would know. And the Sisva during the winter, in the winter where they're trying to sit in the sun, right? He put them in the shade so that when it gets shady, they get cold and they're going to start moving. Once they start moving, he realizes, and then he's going to stop the shir. So that he does this in order that should get up and move around, then he'll know to stop.
So how come the people who can see can't take a hint?
How come what?
The people who can actually see, how come they don't get the hint?
The Rabbanim don't have to be blind to have the same thing.
Here. Right. Okay, very good. Rav Zera, yeah, Mahadar. Right, Rav Zera went after Mahadar is now on Amud Beis. Zuzi the Rabbanon, he would go look for of the Rabbanon who was sitting in pairs, right? And he would say that Matusa means like on shuldig, right? Don't be Machal Shabbos, meaning don't sit and talk and learning all day. Make sure you go eat, right? Even if a Yachid who says who davens in Erev Shabbos, he should have to say Vayichulu. If you say Vayichulu, you consider the partner with the Rebbeinu Shalom Ma'aser Bereshis. Never Vayichulu, it says Vayichulu, right, which is, and they were finished. Al Tikri Vayichulu Ela Vayichlu, right? Well, then I'm starting Vayichalu, right? And they both, meaning Vayichalu, this is heavy dictum. Vayichalu means that not only did they finish, they both, meaning everybody finished, meaning including yourself. Now, this is not referring to saying the Vayichulu that we repeat, because that's, right, everybody knows you finish Shmei Esrei, so you got to find somebody to say Eidos, testimony, so you got to find somebody else. Right, that's not what
is that real?
That is
to
real
say with someone
else?
Eidos.
That is real. The Chazon Ish was very against it. The Chazon Ish held Adarabah, you should not only did he say you don't need to, he held that you should not say it with somebody else. I don't remember the reason. I don't have the story with me, but I had just read it a couple weeks ago that the Chazon Ish held purposely not to do with somebody else.
So how do we pass it?
Shlomo told the guys when they went looking for another guy, he said, "Well, don't do it."
Oh boy! Said don't do it.
I talk when guys come over to me. I said, "No, I don't want to say it with you."
They must love you for that.
I believe
that's right. Sure. So maybe that's my only earnings that I'm davening by myself on my porch.
What's your psak? So Rabbi, what's your psak? If you miss it with the minyan, if you miss it with the minyan, do you say it with someone else? Or you don't say it with someone else.
I personally don't say it. I don't say it. The Velt seems to say it. I don't say it. What should I tell you?
You say it by yourself, but you don't say. Or when you say you don't say it with someone else.
You say it by yourself.
I say it by myself. Yeah, you say it by yourself.
Okay.
Or maybe the truth is you're already saying Shmei Esrei, so you don't have to.
That's the guy.
Yeah, okay, so very right. Says what?
So you don't
the guy
repeat
says
it.
what? You don't repeat it, yeah.
You don't repeat it.
Yeah. Well, what's yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's sugi. But that's not, the Vayichulu here is talking about the Vayichulu in davening. Yeah? So, okay, fine. How do you know that Dibur is Kamaisa? Speaking is like Maisa. Remember, Dvar Hashem Shemayim Nasa. Right? So the Dvar Hashem Shemayim Nasa. The words of Hashem, the sky was made, the heavens were made. If you say Vayichulu, then two malachim melave you home, go take you home. And they put their hands on his head. And your aver should go away, and you're going to have kapara from your averes. Tani Rabbi Yosef they take him home. There's one malach that's good, one that's bad. And when he comes home, when he finds the candles lit and the table set, mutzas means his bed's made. That doesn't mean the bed's in the bedroom, which you should do too, but it means because back then they laid on beds when they ate. So then, basically, the point is when you come home and everything is set, which is why you should make sure that the table is set before you come home from shul. And if it's too difficult for the wife, do it yourself. The malach toiv omer yiratzin shetesh l'shabbat acheret kach. Yiratzin should have another Shabbos list. So malach ra, I know amen, and the malach ra is forced to say amen. Bal korchei. It's forced to say amen. V'im lav malach ra omer yiratzin shetesh l'shabbat acheret kach. Malach toiv I know amen. Bal korchei. And if chas v'sholom it's not set, to the malach ra says next week it shouldn't be said either. And then the malach toiv doesn't say amen. Amar Rav Elazar lo'elam yitzad aron shulchan erev Shabbos. The person should set the table erev Shabbos. Al pi she'ein tzarich elu kazayis. Even though he's only going to eat a kazayis, right? So he's not from the fressers, this guy. All he's eating is a kazayis, like we learned yesterday, that even if you don't have any reason to be on Shabbos, you should still eat a little bit. So still, you should set the table, right?
What does the table set mean? This table means all the dishes or the tablecloth?
No,
I always
at
thought
least
the tablecloth.
At least the
right.
tablecloth and things on the dish on the table too, that it should look nice.
Okay.
However you define a nice looking table, that's what you should do.
No, I mean, does it have to be set for the meal, everything ready, or a nice looking table?
It should be however you would. If a guest was coming, you'd put stuff on the table and it would make it nice, and then that's what you should do. Yeah. I'll pick Kabbalah, by the way. You're never supposed. Your table is never supposed to be without a tablecloth on Shabbos. Even if you're not eating home and you're eating out and you're doing the whole social scene, the tablecloth. There's always be a tablecloth on the table on Shabbos. Now we start with melave malka. Naftali Landau here. No? Okay, we're going to get him, text him that he's missing. Okay, now we're going to go after melave malka. A person should be masad at his table on Motzei Shabbos, even though he's only going to eat a kazayas because he ate so much on Shabbos, he can only eat a kazayas. Right? Char Motzei Shabbos malugma. If you have hot things on Motzei Shabbos, that's malugma. Right? Rashi says it doesn't only mean hot drink. That's what I stop myself. It's drink and washing. So at least if you're not going to eat melave malka or have something hot, then you should at least have a hot shower. So Char Motzei Shabbos, I don't know if you're supposed to have both or not. I personally do not eat Char Motzei Shabbos. Maybe I should start. Right, but I do usually take a hot shower. And
this is the mokir for pizza, Motzei Shabbos.
In a chanami, it is. There's something to it.
You could get a hot, fresh pie from Fialko's.
Yeah.
You guys at a Farrakaway now.
It's not worth the bittul Torah over there, let me tell you. Anyway, Paschama Motzei Shabbos malugma. Eating hot bread on Motzei Shabbos is also malugma. That's really a raya for pizza. Right, Rabba hava vidin leba fuke Shabbos igla tilsa. Paris, yeah, this is for you. But I remember we had igla tilsa and brachos. Rabba on Motzei Shabbos would make a igla tilsa, a third, literally means a third egel, a third calf, right? Which either means it's a third cook, a third grown, whatever, or it's the third son. I think Paris goes with the second shot. That it's the third one because that's the most geschmack. Yeah, and avalchim in a kul yisov. And what did he eat from it? He ate the kulya, the kidney, right? Kigadol avimi brei, when Avimi grew up, right, his son. Amarlei lamalach laftude kulehai. Why are you going to lose the whole animal just in order to get a fresh kidney? Nishboik kulya sami mali shabbata. Why don't you just mali shabbata means erev Shabbos? Why don't you just leave over a kidney from erev Shabbos? Shavku basa arya achli. So then they left it. So the next week they did this, and then an Ari came and ate the calf that they would have shechted. So you see that either way he lost the calf. Again, this is again using so we're discussing that Hashem decides how much food you're going to have from year to year, and when the mitzvahs don't count. So you didn't. He was meant to be shechting this calf, and he lost it a different way. Yeah, amoraim B'Shuv Levi. Yeah, now we start with other things. And by the way, some say that that's a minhag to eat. Based on this, you should eat meat on Motzei Shabbos, not pizza, meat, because you see that he did this with the meat. Does I don't have to go make early Shabbos? Hello?
I'm good. I think those who aren't on already made Shabbos.
Yeah, I'm saying, does anybody have to leave now? Because we could stop now. Or should I
think those people left already, by the way.
Oh, let's go.
Parrots, what do we have to do? What do we have to do?
We were supposed to have mincha in 1 minute.
Okay, so I guess we'll stop here. We're a little behind. We'll have to catch up over Sunday. So Motzei Shabbos. I don't know if tomorrow night we'll be able to catch up, but we'll catch up Sunday. I got to go check the Erev here for all the early Shabbos people. Yeah. Okay.
It's Yaakov.
Yes.
It's Yaakov.
Yeah.
He also lost it. This killia, the kidney that he left over Erev Shabbos, he lost it beneath. Mamish beneath. There's no lions.
He lost the what?
They're in Africa. He lost it. I'll see Derek Nace. A lion came along and ate it. There's no lions in Bavel.
I never thought of that. Okay, very good. So what are you saying? So you're saying that's what he should have done.
That's the biggest riot. Couldn't stop, didn't go off. He lost it beneath. The Rosh showed him with the mamish and nace that what he was supposed to do.
I hear. Very interesting. Yeah, I hear that. All right, fine.
All right, have a great job.
All right, I apologize about the connection.
All right, Shabbos, everyone. Parents, I'll be there in a few minutes.
Andy, is that a milka?
Huh?
What?
I'm coming, Parrot.
I'm leaving my house in just a minute.